Hey, it's Ruth Marquise, your big sis in real estate. These videos are for new agents that are just starting out in real estate, or agents that want to improve their business. They're not too prideful to say, you know what, I might as well listen and see what else is out there so I can have a better business for my family. Okay, so we're going to get started on how to handle hard conversations. Okay, so this is real estate agent advice. Okay, whether you're new, whether you're experienced, some people, I realize they don't got it. They don't got the natural skills to chill and to talk and say the things that they need to say. Why? I don't know. I have an agent get on my last nerves about, people have your phone number. So they text you. I'm like, internet respect me more than you, boo. Why are you calling me Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning? What are you texting me about? Okay? It was nasty, was rude. And when I think about clients like that, when I think about people like that, when I think about, I had no one yell at me, it's all about the money, I don't care about your feelings, it's not about feelings, but you're mad. So feeling mad is a feeling, right? Okay, well, you're being emotional. Don't get it twisted. Stop trying to offend the women. I'm like, you are just, I just had to, fly above it. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes you're not in that position to be like, I fire you. And I want to get paid because I work hard. So, your attitude does not dictate my paycheck. You get what I'm saying? So, you got to be on top of, how you handle your emotions in this real estate business. Thank you so much for starting to mow behind me. So, anyway, we've handled all kind of things. I'm a OG when it comes to video, so he's not going to bother me. I'll just turn my music up. How about that? All right, so you're going to have hard conversations. You can start with your family members. They're probably the hardest for me. That's my hardest, right? You can start with your children, having hard conversations and saying what you got to say instead of yelling, and just sit down with them and tell them so you can practice on these people, because yes, it's going to get to the point where it's unbearable. I'm going to tell you my stories, and I hope you can understand that I'm not saying it to, put anybody down or embarrass anybody. No, I take them all as learning lessons. Everybody has a different personality. Their personality may not gel with my personality, but most likely for them, it works. I work for them. They don't always work for me, if that makes sense, right? So, they don't, I work for them. I am a good agent to them. I am the one that they want to use, but then they are not giving me what I need from them, unfortunately, because they're scared, because they're frustrated, because something is going on in the transaction they don't like. Nothing to do with me, but I got to deal with it. I got to do all of it, okay? So, number one, there's 4 types of people you're going to have hard conversations with. You're going to have hard conversations with your lenders or with your vendors, okay? Sometimes they ask you for feedback, and you're like, okay. If you are so nice, it's like, oh, you guys are doing a great job. What's going to happen is they're not going to be doing what they ought to do. They're not going to get back to you as fast as they ought to get back to you. And this might be down the line, but I want you to start thinking about it and practicing these skills. So when you're facing it, you're not excuse me, my lipstick peeling. So that you won't be like, oh my gosh, what is going on? If you're on here, please say hi. I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, lipstick. Oh, one of those lipsticks that just chap up on you and mess up in the middle of your video. Awesome. Keep it moving. So. All right, so now, so the lenders sometimes they don't call the clients back fast enough. You hear complaints, you have to deal with it. This is your business. You sent that person over to them, and they're not doing everything that they can. They may be doing all the paperwork, they may be doing everything, but it's something called customer service. If you're not giving it to them, then buyers are gonna feel like I would have used you again, but I don't like your lender. So what's going to happen is you're going to get less referrals. Now does it hurt yet? When they're messing with your money, does it hurt yet? Okay, agents, here we go. So sometimes you have to have that lender conversation, and I actually talk to my lender all the time, like, this is what y'all can do better, that's what y'all can do better. I'm sure nobody's saying anything to them, but she was like, oh, I tell everybody that you gave me this idea, and everything's been much smoother. And then she's like getting more ideas and stuff like that, and she was like, Ruth, it's like you're my business consultant. Now they're doing way more deals than just me as an individual agent so far. So, but it felt good to just be like, okay, at least my ideas are respected and you can hear what I'm saying to you. And I'm not just saying this is wrong. I'm saying here's the solution. Maybe you can blah, blah, blah. And then once they take that advice, their business goes to the next level. So having the hard conversations will benefit you because your lender will get better. Y'all work well together. It takes a long time to get y'all to the gel together and understand each other like you want to. So when I'm qualifying prospects, I know I'm gonna send you to this person and you to that person. If you got this kind of personality, I can't send you over to them. I can't, because you're not gonna like it, Now, number 2, with buyers, you're gonna have to have some hard conversations, okay? So there are some buyers, they will fight you on every single thing. Every single paper you ask them to sign. Can you imagine? Okay? I want to stop clapping my hands, but I can't because they really work the nerve, right? So it's like, okay, you don't understand. Some people will sign everything, but like, boop, 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 boop. There you go. You need it, sign it, boom. Make it happen, Ruth. Then there's other people, they resist everything. I give you a paper, you say there's no numbers on it. There don't have to be numbers on a paper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be the craziest thing. I'm like, bro, it says, I told you exactly. I'm sending you a paper. This is what it is. It's a name change. It's a settlement date change. This is the change that the buyer and seller have to sign. But then what the problem is when they don't sign it right away and they wait till the next day and they're thinking. I'm like, what are you thinking about? Like, I told you what it was. This is what you need. Like, do you not understand that every little piece of paper can postpone the transaction? You have to let people know. So in the beginning, you're going to be really nice. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, whatever y'all do, whatever y'all want to do, y'all can do. And then later on, you're going to be like, listen, this is my job, my energy, my business. I put in a lot of time. And if somebody referred you to me, they trust me with almost their daggone life. So let me tell you, you're going to listen or we're not going to do business together because you are now wasting time and you're shooting your own self in the foot. If somebody say they bite their nose to spite their face type of stuff. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you have to protect your clients from their own attitude, from their own, I don't want to say ignorance, but their lack of knowledge. They don't understand that things are not going to just keep moving along just because, and they didn't sign a paper. Things will actually halt if certain things are not done at a certain time. That's my job. You pick the house and that's it. The process is in my hands. That's what I heard an agent say before. I was like, that is perfect. You pick the house. You're in charge when it comes to house. But don't act like you're in charge when it comes to me doing my job for you, because I'm the one saving your deposit. I'm the one making sure you don't lose $2,000 because you got an attitude at the last second and you felt like pride and ego was going to be good enough to get in the way. I'm telling you guys, I had to break it down to somebody. It's fresh in my mind. I had to break it down and I was like, listen, the reason why I exist, the reason why the sellers agents exist is because y'all buyers and y'all sellers get in your feelings over nothing. Now, what we're talking about is going to cost $175, okay? I can get this done, you can get that done, and blah, blah, blah. We'll call it a day. But you're telling me you rather not pay the $175 or do work that we agreed upon before, that everything was all good, except for, why the other party not doing it now, and what they mad about, and how did they gonna think they gonna tell me what to do? Tell me what to do. This is what it's all boiled down to. And so everybody's getting in their emotions. Everybody's mad. Appraisals are lower than what they expected. And you have to keep everybody calm. So I had to explain, if it wasn't for me, y'all would never, ever buy and sell houses, because everybody get heated over nothing. We'll be at the settlement table, y'all. We'll be at the settlement table, and because somebody didn't get something the way they wanted to get it, and they could get it later, or they had to pay more, or is it some kind of consequence? But it's not the end of the world. You don't lose a $90,000 equity position over something for $500. That's not what you do, and you're losing thousands on top of that. So it's like, you want to speak to them so frankly, you got to pull back from that, but you got to speak to them in the middle. You got to be a little hard, and you got to be a lot factual and less emotional, and walk them through this thing. Because if you don't walk them through this thing, you will never close. And that's why we get to the table all the time. All right, number 3. Oh, there's another one with buyers. The main thing with buyers is they want a house that they cannot afford. You already know they want to go to the hot neighborhood. Then they want to pick the lowest price in the hot neighborhood. And it doesn't matter if they're qualified for more. It doesn't matter if they can get qualified for more. They prefer to stay at the lowest price possible in that hot neighborhood and then call all the houses ugly. No, we're going to do that for a little while, and I want you to see it for yourself. But I'm going to implant in your head, well, you need to get a cosigner. You need to get a cosigner. You need to get a cosigner. Because when we sat down, I told you that it's not going to work. So don't try to say like, well, you know, I'm seeing for myself. I want to see if somebody's going to put people are not stupid enough to just give you a $20,000 gift discount on their home. They have an agent too advising them of what their house is worth. And sometimes some neighborhoods, they will charge you the price and do none of the work. And that's the beauty of a seller's market. You will get a crappy looking house for the same amount of money you just paying to get in that neighborhood. It sucks, but it is what it is. So what I had to do is have that conversation and say, well, you know, if you did this and you did that, then you will find the house that you're looking for. The second we do that, the second they yield to that property right there, I give them a couple weeks. The second they yield to that, we find the house that they want. It was like that. 2 more showings and we found the house. So that tells me if you can, on the listing side, if you can price the house, if you can price the house correctly the first time, right, and sell it quickly because you priced it right, then that means on the buying side, if you pre-approve them and let them know this is the number, if you prep them, they're ready for this right here, you'll find houses much faster. I'm not driving around the whole city showing you the same thing. If it look ugly in the pictures, we're not going. We're not going. If you want to stay at the lowest price possible and you want the best rehab house, like if it ain't, you know you want to rehab, right? And then they'll pick the ugly houses and go in there and be like, I don't know, you're not showing me good houses. No, you pick them houses. Stop it. So you're going to have that difficult conversation with them, that hard conversation, and say, listen, we need to refigure what's going on here. We need to get you pre-approved at a higher amount, or maybe you just need to wait a while until the house that you want comes on the market, because we cannot keep running around wasting gas, time, and energy. Because what's going to happen, it sounds so fun, but the next thing you know, they're going to be like, we'll just buy next year, and you're going to be mad. Number 3. Sellers. Now, you'll have a hard conversation with the sellers. The hardest one that I see is like, your house is just dirty. Like you need to just clean your house. Like, just clean it first, then empty it. Like, cleaning and then emptying. Some people have their house is like a mess, and they know their house is a mess, but they want the highest price. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Be willing to empty that house. Be willing to put a new coat of paint. And, you know, simple things. I'm not going to tell you things that's going to be thousands of dollars to fix, but if you are spending money, this is what we're going to do. This is where it is. And they have their mindset, especially if they have the money. It's like, my money, I'm going to do whatever I want. No, you're leaving it for the next person. So let me tell you a clue about what they want, since I am on the streets every day and I know what they want. Now, you got to deal with people not wanting to pay you, okay? So in the beginning, it's like, oh, well, you know, if you don't want the house, it's okay. I'm not going to charge you anything since you didn't close. You don't have to pay. But when you know your worth, you're just like, okay, well, we have this fee that we have to deal with. Everybody else got paid, and everybody can do their business so differently. But the way I have to have it, so you think you're going to keep your tenant, and you think you're going to make money, and then you're not going to pay me. And it's like, oops, Ruth, you didn't get anything. And, you know, I've been working on this for 3 months, 6 months, a year and a half. No, it's not fair. So you have to have that hard conversation and say, I deserve to get paid, and it's in my contract. So if I'm so unethical, why is it in my contract? Why are you signing something like that? Why? I charge my own fee, so you're going to have to pay the fee. You already cost me thousands of commission. And this is not when the person is like, oh, they couldn't get the mortgage, they tried everything. That's not when I do it. It's when they decide they want to go another direction and they would like to maybe one day use my services again. Let me tell you something about that. I'm not stupid. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. If I go back out, what they try to do is have you do everything all over again. We're doing everything all over again. You're gonna have to charge. I have to put a surcharge on that, or you're gonna have to give me the money up front. My clients that love me will pay it. If you don't, then you can find anybody else you want to. It's no problem to me. If you want to go out burning me, that's fine. But what we're not going to do is play this game again next year. We're not going to play this game because they're going to be back. They're going to be back. It's going to be the same problem. It's going to be the issues. So make sure you let that know. I'm not going to sit there and sue you, no. But you will know that my fee is due. And I have to speak up for myself. Okay? So that's just something with me. You may not want to do that, but that's the kind of conversations that you have to be ready to handle. Anybody feeling that? Let me see some likes. Last is agents. Oh, that's probably the hardest conversations you're going to have. Now, a lot of times they don't believe in. I tell my children, no competition, just cooperation. There are 3 girls. They, get along. We are cooperating. We are trying to have the same goal. So tell me, why am I competing with you to get the same goal? It doesn't make any sense. I get paid for what I do. You get paid for what you do. Why are we not working together to make that happen? Why? I don't understand. Why are we fighting? What are you fighting for? I had to tell these people, you're going to have to take your tone down and talk to me like I'm a human being so that we can have this conversation. So one guy was like, you know what? He gonna tone it down because I remind him about his professionalism. That's a way to remind him, right? So another guy, he was like, I don't care about that, about your feelings. I don't care if you're a woman or if you're a transvestite. It is not about feelings. It's about business. It's about money. It's all about money, right? And so, okay, so now you know you're dealing with a crazy person. Okay, that's cool. And then, so when you're dealing with that kind of person, you know who they are. You know exactly who they are. You try your best to keep focused and don't be offended at what they're saying at the time. But all that you're saying is that you're not professional at all. You're a jerk, and it's fine. You can be a jerk. That's fine. Make sure you pay me my money though, okay? And it's not all about the money. It's about the service that you give to your clients. And this is the same person that went to settlement and was like, made a little joke. Like the only thing he ever said was like, oh, all of those checks are mine. Put his hand, because the lady had a file. She had the title person had the file, and she kind of put it his way. And he was like, oh yeah, all those checks are mine. Like, you just want the money. And you know what's so funny? Guess who made more money on the settlement sheet? Your girl did. I made more money than him. I made $2,000 more than him. All right. Now I had to break that off with my broker, but I'm just saying. So now think about that. And he was making such a big fuss about this and that, and we're not closing and all of this stuff. We did close. We were professional. We did what we say we were going to do. You was mad because you had to wait a day or 3 days. You lost it and you did nothing. You just popped in and popped out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the value. You got to bring the value. So if you want to be a top agent, if you want to make 5 figures in a month, if you want to do the best you can do for your family, you have to learn how to have difficult conversations and be grace under pressure, because those people win. I got on the phone with him. It was another one. I got a phone with these, and they're who I'm dealing with this week, so that's what's on my mind, right? And I have to get off the phone with a good resolution. I can't let that, oh, well, you know how I get to that point where it's like, oh, well, we're not closing, we're going to get somebody else done. I was like, well, you can do that, but my buyer's still going to be buying the house. That's what I told him. And guess what? You would have got paid faster with me. Now, I played the bell. This thing is psychological, people. So I said, you would have got paid faster than me. And the second I said that, he shut up. And he was like, anything Ruth says, He wasn't rude to me in person, nothing like that. But you know, Ruth had to let him know. It's like, I told you that we will be closing, and that's that. And that's all I look. That's my only pettiness is when we get to the table, I'll be like, well, I told you we'd be closing. Next time I see your name, I'm gonna ignore it, but it's all good, right? So we'll see. You know, depends on what my buyers want to do. But that is it, guys. If you want more information on how to work with me, please text agent to 267-259-4639. We can set up a time, 15-minute call, and I can help you answer your questions as a new person. This is the free part where I'm gonna hook you up for free for 15 minutes. We'll talk about some things. We'll talk about some social media strategies, whatever you want to talk about, for 15 minutes, right? And then if you want to move forward with me, we got more for you, okay? So hold on. I got you, guys. You don't got to pay all that money at your brokerage. I got you. Don't worry. All right. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.